King Buyelekhaya Dalindyebo has been arrested at the Bumbane Great Place outside Mthatha in the Eastern Cape. This after an alleged attack on the palace in the early hours of today. His son, the acting king, Prince Azenathi, is believed to be among those assaulted. The king was put in a police van in full view of his subjects who had responded to the alarm. King Dalindyebo was released on parole in December last year after spending 4 years at East London Correctional Facility. All right, we are now joined from our Pretoria studios by CONTRALESA President Kgoshi Mathupa Mokoena. A very good afternoon to you, Kgoshi. Thank you so very much for joining us on SABC News.
Thanks very much, Her Royal Highness. Thanks for having me.
As a start, I mean, what do you make of these developments that led to King Buyelekhaya Dalindyebo's arrest? I mean, are you condemning what happened and ultimately then condemning the king's actions? We do know you've been a great supporter of the king, but realistically now, you know, where do you stand?
Her Royal Highness, the whole incident was so unfortunate. It is true that we made a lot of noise asking government to pardon our king, to come back and be with his people. Hence this incident, it's so unfortunate. We are all aware what the king went through. He went so many hurdles. And after he was released from prison, in terms of our culture, some rituals were supposed to be done. Unfortunately, we were told it was never done. Now, we're not going to blame as to who was supposed to do it or not, but let's assume there were some challenges for that to happen. In the royalty, there are some levels. If this level fails to do that, the next level is supposed to do it. We cannot apportion any blame to anyone, but we're just saying, if those rituals were conducted by the royal family, Madam would be where we are today. Hence, we don't condone what the king did, and we don't know what triggered the king to do this. As CONTRALESA, what we have planned, because we're meeting from today as NEC until Sunday, we're going to take some decisions as to what next. But among other things, I can assure you, my sister, we're going to visit the Great Place, just to get exactly what happened. We're very happy that we requested our chairperson in the Eastern Cape, Kgoshi Mathupa, to go there and get the information as it were. And we're happy that there is a willingness from both sides to accept us so that we go and meet the royal family. Because what's happening really, it's an embarrassment to all of us.
You know, that's actually where I was going with this, Papa, and I really want to just be frank in terms of the fact that this surely is an embarrassment for kingdoms in South Africa as a whole. I mean, where in the world do you see, you know, a reigning king or in this case where someone is standing in for him, but still a king nonetheless, who's being arrested in front of his subjects, being put into police vans, who spent 4 years in correctional facilities. I mean, what are your views in terms of all of this? Are you of the view, you know, you'd initially said that you want a presidential pardon and not just parole for the king. Surely your stance has perhaps now changed. Where are you as CONTRALESA, who stands by, you know, kingships in the country? Where are you right now?
Her Royal Highness, we still stand by what we said, that our king must be pardoned. The incident, as I said, we don't know what triggered it, but we're going to get down into it to get exactly what happened. Yes, of course, it's unroyalty to see this kind of incident that happened this morning, and which we are told it was done by His Majesty. But as I said, Madam, where are the elders in that family?
Is he not an elder? Is he not an elder?
No, in the royal family, even if you are you are an elder there, but there is a structure that is called the inner royal family. Those are the elders. Where if Kgoshi Mokoena have done something wrong, they are capable and able, and they can call me to order. and even impose some fines so that I don't repeat what I did. But in this instance, as CONTRALESA was saying, those elders, those inner royal families, where were they when all this happened? Now, when the king was released from prison, they were supposed to go to the king and said, this will be done. Let's assume the king was not cooperating as far as that is concerned. But those elders, it is their task and duty to say, here, in this royalty, either you like it or not, is going to happen. We won't be where we are now, but I can assure you, my sister, will be going down there as CONTRALESA to try and plead to the royal family to say, please, can we do something? Because now we are arming people to talk bad about the institution because of this incident.
All right, Kgoshi Mokoena, of course, there's a backstory to all of this. The son, of King Buyelekhaya, Prince Azenathi, was, of course, acting in the position of king while the king was in prison. What happens now? Surely the son was meant to vacate his seat as soon as the father came back. What other issues are you hearing that are happening at the moment at the Great Place? Because I imagine there's, of course, a bigger story if, the son is one of the people that were attacked by King Dalindyebo this morning.
Flo, Her Royal Highness, I'll talk about what's supposed to happen in a normal situation. When the reigning king is back from prison, after all that was supposed to be done by the royal family, he is the king. As you rightly said, the son is acting on behalf of his father. So the father is back. Those elders I referred to are supposed to embark on all those processes that will enable the king to take his seat. Now, of course, there are some processes that must happen before that can happen. The question is whether those were done, we don't know. But since we'll be going down there, we'll get the facts and find out why is our king not being put back to his position. But of course, because of this tag that he is just released on remission, he's not pardoned, it might be difficult for him to fully take his responsibility. But want to assure the public that that will be done at the end. Because someone must go and talk to His Majesty to say, His Majesty, this is what's supposed to be done. Of course, His Majesty will also raise his concern, because now we don't know, as I said, what triggered this kind of action from His Majesty. But we are pleading to the royal family, please, let's put our differences aside, because this is not good for that royalty. Okay. And to all of us as traditionalists in the country.
Kgoshi Mokoena, just a closing question. What does all this mean for, the people of the community, the Great Place of Bumbane, in terms of who they are the subjects of at this time? I mean, do they take orders now from the King Dalindyebo, or do they take their orders from Prince Azenathi? Are the people, of Bumbane not confused as to, what happens now? I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's more about the people that they're supposed to be leading as a royal family, correct?
There is no confusion, madam. The king is still the king. He is there. His son is just acting on his behalf. What had remained is for the royal family to do those processes, those rituals, those processes, to enable the king to take charge. But for now, because the son is still acting, obviously, the people will respect that, because the son did not was not put himself there. He was put there by the very same royal family. But since the owner of the seat is there, the king, obviously the royal family will correct that. And we wish that can happen so that it remove all the cloud. I suspect we're not the only one with that question. Some people might be asking, but now, who is who in the zoo here? But we are hopeful. We're not really discouraged. We are hopeful that one day we'll get it right, my sister.
All right. Kgoshi Mokoena, thank you very much for giving us your time here on SABC News.